you something interesting, you know, how actors, for instance, now, you know, in all this business about talking about Marlon, I think he's a fantastic actor.
Yes, but
I think he's probably one of the greatest actors of all time. His facility was so powerful. He had all the facilities of almost everything, probably except comedy. I don't think he was a good comic. He tried comedy. But everything else, he had a marvelous facility. But how he developed things is extraordinary. How actors develop styles is very interesting. And Marlon's style of developing style of acting is very interesting for those who are interested really in movies. Marlon developed a style of acting because in some strange way, he either didn't want to because of his method upbringing, everything should be real, his lines, or else he actually couldn't remember. But he couldn't remember lines. Now, whether it was because he didn't want to or he couldn't. So what he would do is he'd do a scene with you, and he'd have, like, that's the camera there, say, here, and he would have beside the camera a big board, and the lines would be on the board, you see. And that's how he developed that terrific look, that great Brandonian look, as he's talking to you in a scene, and suddenly he will do this. Right? That's because he's looking at the lines. He's reading the lines. Do you remember once? It's true, I promise. And I would have thought that one time, you know, when he was remember doing Julius Caesar? This probably happened, because there's one marvelous part in Julius Caesar where this happens, and he's there, and he's standing up in his toga, and he's doing, he says, "Almighty Caesar, dost thou rise so low? Art all thy glories, triumphs, spoils, shrunk to this little measure? Now I know as sure as hell Shakespeare never wrote that. Right? So then it happens, and he goes, and then you'll see it happening. I know not, gentlemen, what you intend to us. He's reading it out.